Hey guys, JasonLeeno here, just out on the balcony, enjoying a little bit of Mother Nature. Here to talk to you today about training like an athlete to be an athlete. Because the reality is, I can say it, and I'm sure a lot of you can say it, we don't necessarily train like an athlete. We want to be them, but we don't necessarily train like them. And what I mean is, we'll take me for a prime example. There will be a lot of times where I will start training and I'll go through like a 12 or 10 week training cycle and I will start to plateau. And then once I plateau and I don't really make any gains, I automatically just assume that it must be my training. It's not really the case, because if you look, since the beginning I have changed my training style over and over and over again with, a lot of the same results. And the reality is, that's not because I'm training incorrectly, it's because I'm not training like an athlete. And what I mean by that is I don't necessarily do everything that is pretty much needed to stay healthy and to keep pressing forward and things of that nature. So for a prime example, I don't really sleep all too well, 4 to 6 hours tops every night. Hydration comes and goes. Big fan of coffee. There is some hydration involved with that, however, not the right one. And nutrition, it's okay, not always the best. It's very, we'll say, delicious, fatty, not really that great. I definitely abuse my metabolism more than I should, because I don't really gain a lot of weight and I can eat whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean I perform properly. So if I were to grade myself, it definitely would probably be a D. I'm pretty good at eating and I'm pretty good at training, but I'm not really necessarily good everywhere else. And that's kind of why I wanted to make a video, was to kind of just more or less announce a change, hopefully, but to also kind of give you a bit of light towards why you should train like an athlete. And the prime example I want to use is a gentleman who we probably all know, but if you don't, is the world's strongest man, or not. He was the world's strongest man, I should say. He is a multiple world's strongest man, but he's always hit the podium, and that is Brian Shaw. Now, the reason why I want to touch base on him is because his training approach is literally ideal. When it comes to any kind of prep or anything like that, he will essentially have a checklist for nutrition, a checklist for recovery, sleep, training, etc. And he will abide by that as best as he can through all of his training cycle. And then by the end, he essentially will look at it and, I guess, grade himself to kind of give him the understanding of how his training went and how his competition is going to go. Because if he gave 110% in his training, then he should be able to give 110% in his competition. So that's kind of the approach I want to do, and that's kind of the approach that I definitely strongly recommend. Because if you look at just anybody who's been successful when it comes to athleticism, so like we got football players, basketball, everything, there's always a big difference. Like you got your weekend warriors who will go play hoops, but they're not necessarily basketball stars. Or you got your guys who will go to the gym, but they're not necessarily power lifters. And that is because they do not train the same way. You have those guys who spend their weekends going to camps for basketball and doing their physio, and they're constantly making sure that they eat properly, maybe not drinking on weekends as much, things of that nature. And then you got guys like me and the average Joe who lift heavy things, put them back down, eat and drink whatever they want, play a lot of video games, don't always focus on recovery. Sleep isn't really that big of a deal. And yeah, that doesn't really work out so well because you can see I'm sitting here in front of you talking on the phone, and they're probably out there getting better and better. But we all can change, and that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. I've definitely stuck out my training longer than I have with any other training, despite some ups and downs. Been a lot more adamant on recovery, despite not being completely injured. I still do go to my physiotherapist for stretching and stuff like that, just to really make sure I can try to keep my body primed to lift as much as I can. And diet consistency of sleep is hopefully coming soon, but I will definitely keep you guys in touch when it comes to that progress. But hopefully within the next few training cycles you'll see a big difference when it comes to the numbers. But guys, that's the video. Bit of an update, a bit of a, I guess we'll say, public announcement once again. But I just wanted to share that with you today, and also enjoy being outside. But like I said, guys, that's the video. So do me a favor, go down below, drop me some comments because I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd like you guys to also hit that like, share, and subscribe to spread that love. And I will see you next time.